Hey, Book Talk friends and family, welcome to today's Meet the Author. I'm very excited today because this lady's first book messed with my mind, and I love that from the psychological thriller. So please welcome Jeanette Sho. Thank you for coming to the channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about Irish Dingo. I love this book, as you know. I can't stop raving about it. Um, I think a psychological thriller that messes with the reader's mind as much as it messes with the characters' minds is like a double win. Yeah. So tell me if I got this right or wrong. So Kyle Casper Anderson is a self-confessed serial killer. The very start of the book, it's his court case where he's being convicted of these crimes. The only thing is there's one crime that he's never admitted to, which a detective is sure that he's guilty of, and that is the murder of his wife. Now, Kyle says that he didn't murder the wife. The detective says that he does. And this is the underlying thing throughout the whole book is, did he kill the wife? Is he even connected to the wife? And then it gets more sinister because the detective goes a bit nutty and ends up traumatizing Kyle to try and get the answer to whether his wife is alive or not. Is that a fair description of the book?
You got it perfectly.
So it's what I love is that we don't really know who's the most messed up. Is it Kyle or is it Robert? Because they're both not okay. What I also love about this book is that you get a backstory about Kyle, why he's a serial killer, what made him a serial killer, and what his motivation is. You almost feel for him. That I'm not condoning being a serial killer by any means, but you almost feel like he's broken, but not by his own hand. So I think that's a nice little extra touch that you added to the book. Now, the story of Mayron is the underlying plot, and no spoilers at all, but you leave the reader hanging about what happened to her almost to the very end. And then you slap us across the face with an incredible blindside that no one can expect. And I love that. So well done.
Thank you.
Um,
I
so
just want to add a few words about what you said about Kyle. I mean,
yeah,
yes, he's a serial killer, but one of the things I wanted to do writing this book is to prove that as an author, I can make you like whoever I want you to like. And if I want you to like a serial killer, I can present him in a way which is he is a likable person.
and you did, and I did like him. And I didn't like myself for liking him because he's a serial killer, but he's not a bad guy. Robert's a bad guy.
He is a bad guy, but there are worse than him.
Right, like Robert.
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
not that bad guy.
So it's called Irish Dingo. So Kyle's Irish, but dingoes are an Australian animal, and it's set in Australia.
Yeah.
So I'm from Australia, so most of my readers know now I live in Thailand, but Australia is my old home country. Why is it set there? I love that it's set there, but it's an interesting choice.
Yeah, so Australia is a continent far away from anything, and it
Right.
gives you the false feeling that you can do anything you want there. And this is exactly the settings Kyle needs for the story. And also, I must say that I came up with the name for the thriller, Irish Dingo, before writing it. I mean, I had a vague feeling it is about to take place in Australia, but the name forced me to make Kyle Irish. So I liked the dissonance, the way those parts don't fit together. And I like to take
Yes.
two things that don't fit together and put them in a very bizarre way for you.
And bizarre is a great way to call the whole way this book unravels. It's brilliant in a bizarre way, and it works. So if you haven't read this book, please, I need you to go out and get a copy of Irish Dingo because it's absolutely worth reading. Now, it's not a sit by the pool on your family vacation and relax and read kind of a book. You need to pay attention. You need to take it very seriously. And the thing is, it's written in a non-linear way, which is very important. Why did you choose to do it this way?
So I'm a great fan of cliffhangers, and I think that time skips are one of the greatest way to do them because you're reading the book and you are just about to figure out what is going to happen next and help you find yourself in another point in time. And it's uh yeah, cut it
And
here.
this is why I say that this messes with your head, because that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I get to the point, finally, I'm going to get an answer. And then we're back to Carl's childhood. I'm like, no, I don't want this. I want to
Yeah.
know the answer. So,
Yeah, exactly. And I do that also because Kyle is a very bizarre person and
right.
his actions might seem very random. So I use those time skips every time he's doing anything
Yes.
to show you parts of his past and as an explanation for why he's acting like that and why he's choosing to even play this cat and mouse game with Robert.
Yes. Yes. So, and yes, cat and mouse is great, but at times you're never sure who is the cat and who is the mouse. And it
Right?
changes and it changes back and then it changes again. And that's very clever. So normally with a first author's book, I'm always a little anxious to read it because I've read a lot of first author books that are full of plot holes, have vague characters, inane conversation, and poor editing. Your book has none of that. Your book is perfectly edited. There's no plot holes of any kind. It's no spoilers, but you'll be satisfied with the ending, I promise you. If you're a crazy person like me, you'll be satisfied with the ending.
It's a book for
And
crazy people. It's okay.
and it's the dialogue is perfect. There's nothing to fault about this book. So thank you for writing this book. Thank you for releasing this book on the world. And there's got to be more from you. What's next?
Okay, so after years of not writing anything new, I am so happy to announce I'm starting to write my next book in June. Uh,
Yay!
would you like to hear a little bit about it?
Of course, I have to know.
It's a book about a person who is drowning in the madness of his very own bad plan. It's about a guy who is forced to work in a tea house, which is not what you think it is, and to repay a debt of someone who betrayed him. And to escape, he decides to bring the business down from the inside. But as the first death occurs, he realizes he cannot do it and that the regret is eating him alive. But the problem is that at that point, it is too late to cancel it.
Wow. Okay, see, already I'm hooked. So I can promise to all of my audience, I will be reading this book and reviewing it, and we'll do a launch day promotion of the book. So the day it comes out, we'll announce it to the world, and you'll all go out and get copies of it. So you've got it in your library next to your copy of Irish Dingo. So Jeanette, thank you for taking the time to come and talk to me. Thank you for being on the Meet the Author team, and we'll meet again in June when book 2 comes out.
Sure. Thank you so much for this amazing interview.
I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank